Okay, now we are at the meat. Being able to season it, get it ready. I'm going to start by putting some cumin. I'm making cumin for both of them because I'm making actually, if you look around here, I've got another pot going of meat because I've got two that I'll be making. See if I can squeeze them in. One's going to be the picoso, a little bit more spicy. And the other one's going to be a mild, which I'm going to kind of mix them up about the same time, except I'm going to put a little bit more ingredients in one or the other. Get in some salt. Even though the meat had some seasoning, I'm going to kind of mix it up so that put a little bit more seasoning in it. Let me mix that part up real quick. Just gonna kind of get that seasoning in, mix it up into that meat. Make sure I've got it throughout the meat. There's quite a bit of meat. Remember, I did about 4 or 5 pounds on each piece of meat that I cooked. Brought me out a good amount of 4 or 5 pounds. So I want to kind of make sure I separate it. Make sure it's pretty separated. Because I am going to dice this down too. Mainly so that I can have the meat small in pieces by the time I get it into the tamale. I think that was a piece of garlic, which I don't need a whole garlic in there. I'm going to grind this down where the meat's a little bit smaller. Right now I just have it pulled apart like pulled pork because that's how it fell apart once it was cooked. Just kind of fell into place. So I just played with it. And then after I season it and get it all the way I want, I'm going to go ahead and dice it up. Make it smaller. Now, for this one, I already did the salt and I already did the caminos. See, caminos and salt is what I added so far. Now I want to add the chili that I made on both. One, remember, is a bit spicier, so I'm going to do this one spicy. So I want to mix it in with the meat. And then I want to do the mild one over here. Okay. So, since my spoons are already in the spicy one, I'm going to kind of mix it in with the meat. And when I mix it in, I'm going to also add some more salt and some more garlic. Excuse me, camino. Apologize. Yeah, it's camino, not garlic. And then what I'm trying to do is just kind of get it red. Get that flavor, that chili into the meat. It smells good. Each step takes a little bit of time. You want to rest in between because I do have to say I'm on my second day doing the tamales and it is a bit tiring on my back. That's probably why people sell them so high too. Because they can be pretty. Okay, now I washed up my spoons, so I'm gonna mix this part in with the meat. Make sure that we know that the white one is the mild, and the red pen is the spice. And let me tell you, smell that aroma is delicioso. Woo, nothing but the chili, baby. Woo! My brother Johnny thinks I don't know how to cook well. He gonna find out my tamales are gonna be delicioso. Gonna be delicioso. So I want to kind of make sure I mix up that roux that I made, which is the chili. You know, it kind of makes the meat turn the red color. See? Ooh. So now I want to finish it up. Since I know I had enough, let me tell you, I don't think I can do this again and make it that perfect and have enough for both of them. Woo! That was God in the making. He was helping me with that. And maybe Momo, maybe she was here helping me. She was probably laughing at me, saying, "She gonna do it." She really gonna do it. Well, I did it before many times, but she never saw me, so it'll be kind of a blessing, I guess. Treat. Doing it in her place and getting it done to sell. And, you know, she was a money maker, so we can sell these. Sure, people will love it. All right, that one is ready. So I'm going to scoop that in there because I want to add a little bit more salty multi onto this one. Put a little bit more camino onto this one. It says to put chili powder, but I'm not since I already have it in here, and I think it's red enough. You know, I just don't think I'm going to... Oh, and I wanted to save this little bit because I'm going to put it in the masita for the spicy tamales, not just in the meat. So when I divide that masita, it's going to have that spice also on the dough. It's going to be delicioso. So I'm going to put a little bit more salt. Little bit more camino. And I think I did the same here. Okay, so mix that up good. And now I got to cut down all the meat a little bit smaller to make sure I get it into the chucks. Yep. It's gonna be delicioso, no doubt. All right. Looks great. All right. Oh, and you know what else I was gonna put on here? This one right here. I'm gonna put into the dough, not the meat, but the dough. And that's also going to spice it up. So you know what I'll probably do since I've got that? That's the chili. That's actually the juice from when I boiled the chili peppers. So that is done. I'm going to go ahead and get that going. And I'm going to, excuse me, do that.